Well,
Okay,
hi
Kak.
guys, Dara here as the host for our discussion tonight. Our topic today is about You Are Enough. And here I have a very special guest, and she is also a new member in Sefeo. Her name is Rizka. Hi, Rizka.
Hi, Kak. Hello, everyone.
Rizka, can you tell me a brief about yourself a little bit, please?
Okay. Thank you so much, Kak. Actually, I want to say thank you for having me tonight. And my name is Rizka Wuliarufi Putri Rata. You can call me Rizka or Putri. And I'm from Medan, North Sumatra. Recently, my activity is being a English tutor. Okay, I think
Whoa,
that's it.
that's very great. That's very great. Well, it's really nice to know about you, Rizka. Okay, so guys, our topic today is You Are Enough. I really want to have a deep conversation today with our guest tonight. And I would like to ask some question to you, Rizka. Well, Rizka, I would like to know about your opinion about what is enough for you.
What is enough for me? Well, thank you for the question. I think it's really subjective, the definition of enough for everyone. But for me personally, I do think that enough can be many things about many things. It can be about your mental health. It can be about your materials stuff. And for me, that if we feel that we're never enough, or if we feel enough, it means that we do grateful for everything that we have in our life. So we do feel that it's enough. But so yeah, it can be for many things. It can be from the material. It can be for the life that you have right now. It can be about your job. So I think that it can be about many things. It depends on the person. But for me personally, enough means that I do feel grateful for everything that happens in my life, and I do feel grateful for many things in my life. So yeah, I do feel grateful for my life right now. So that's the meaning of enough for me.
Okay, so in your opinion, feel enough means that you feel grateful of everything that you have right now, like everything that is around you. It can be your job maybe, or your money, or everything that you have.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, that's true. I want to ask you about your opinion too, if you don't mind.
Well,
Like, yeah.
it actually, yeah. Well, it actually the same as what you said. Enough for me is when I can accept myself, when I can accept all the goodness and the badness that is happened to me, and unwanted and wanted things that happen to my life. That's enough. I mean, everything has its own portion, right? Like bad and good in life. We need both of them to make our life balance. And when you feel grateful of it, it means that you are enough with yourself, with your life. That is enough for me.
Wow, that's really
Yes.
cool.
Well, thanks. I would like to ask you another question. Have you ever feel like you are not enough for yourself?
Honestly, yes, I have for several
Can you
times.
tell me?
I'm sorry, Kak. What did you say? Would you want to repeat one more
Uh,
time?
can you tell me more about it? Like,
Oh,
you explain about it, like how and why.
okay, I see. So I think that I was feeling that I was not enough when I failed, and then when I did mistakes, whether it is as a family, whether it is as a daughter or as a sister. And I think that I wasn't good enough for that. I mean, like, I want to do more. So I want to change. I cannot change what happened in the past, but I do can change what happened in the present right now. Like what I wanted to do, what I want to plan to my future. So I feel like even right now, I feel like I'm not enough yet because I have to pursuing my dream, and then I have many goals in the future. So yeah, I
Mhm.
have felt like I'm not enough yet.
Well, even though that's the feeling of not enough, I think it's a beautiful feeling. Like you want to do more and more for your family, right? For the people close to you, you really want to do something that is that gonna help them, that going to make them happy, and also you will be happy because they are happy. But I want to tell you about something that uh, you really want to do something more. You really want to like work harder or study harder or do anything else that is better than yesterday. It doesn't mean that you're enough, that you're not enough. Like you're enough. You just have to do more and more. But yeah, you are enough. So yeah, I think that you are enough. You did it well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ka.
Mm. Anyway, you were talking about your family and your and the people close to you, like you want to make them happy. I would like to ask you another personal question. Is that okay?
Yes, Ka. It's okay.
Okay. Do you feel enough with yourself at the moment? Like, do you feel happy? Do you feel grateful with yourself? Like, you really thankful for the presence of yours for existing in this world?
Well, I do feel enough. Like I do feel grateful because I was born in my family, and I do feel
Mhm.
grateful for what I am. But for enough, I think that I wasn't good enough for because I have a plan. Like I said, I have a plan in the future, and I think that for what I have right now, I do feel grateful actually for everything that happened in my
Mhm.
life in the past, in the present, and I hope that I do feel grateful for what happened in the future because we cannot uh, things doesn't work always like we expected, right? So I think that sometimes when we failed, we think that we're not good enough, and then we forget about the blessings that we have in the present. So at the
Mhm.
moment, I was like, I feel like I'm not good enough, but because I want to do more and I want to improve myself better and I want to have a better career and I want to do many things with my family, to my family, and for myself too. So yeah, recently I feel like I'm not good enough for that, but I do feel grateful for everything that I have.
Is feeling not enough bad or good?
I'm sorry, Ka, your voice is breaking out. So would you mind to repeat one more time for the question?
Okay. So, you told me that sometimes you are not feeling that you are enough because you really want to do something more. You want to give something more to yourself, your family, to people around you. Well, have you ever feel like you are enough once in your life, maybe, or at some point, at some moment, have you feel like I am enough? It's enough.
Okay, thank you for the question. It's quite tough, actually. It's
Mhm.
quite tough for the question, but I have felt that way because I do feel grateful for what I am because I don't want to, if I could change anything, that I want to change that. I want to born in another family, but I do feel grateful that I was born in this family and having my family right now. So having this life, I feel enough for that. But I do not feel enough for something that I want to achieve. Like I want to achieve more. I want to have an improvement in my life. So that's what I feel like I don't feel enough. But I do feel grateful, like for the things that I've mentioned, like my family, for my experiences, for everything that happened in the past. I do feel grateful for that, and for me, it's enough. But there are times when you feel you're not enough, and it doesn't mean that you are not grateful because of your life. No, it's not like I'm giving up because of my life. For example, like when we face a problems or many problems that happens in our life. But yeah, I was like feeling, I am actually, I was, and now I feel enough for everything that I have. But I think that
Mm-hmm.
feeling is not, it's, I think that it doesn't mean that when you're feeling enough, when you're feeling like you're grateful for everything that you have, it doesn't mean that you want it to stay
Mm-hmm.
in that way. So you wanted to make a change, like prepare you for future, for your future, and then having a great life and make your family happier. So that's what I want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
I do feel grateful for my life actually.
So you want to make a move for the self improvement and stuffs. Is that right?
Yes, Ka.
Okay, well, that's very great. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Ka.
um, what do you think about the feeling that we are not enough? Is it bad or good in your perspective?
Feeling not good enough, I think it can be bad and also be a positive too,
Mhm.
because how we see it actually, like if you're feeling not good enough and then we don't be grateful for our life, and then we have, sometimes people just don't want to be themselves in the present, like they don't feel grateful for everything that they have, probably because of the problems that they had in their life. But I think that's how feeling good enough is not good. And I think it's really a bad way. But feeling
Mhm.
not good for making, like you have, because you're feeling not good enough. So you want to make an improvement, so that you want to make a change in your life. You want to make your life better and be a better
Mhm.
person. I That's a good way to feel that you're not enough, because you want to do more and you want it to be a better person. So I think it can be both. It can be negative and also can be positive. Depends on the person, how they think and how they say it actually, I think.
Well, so it can be bad and it can be positive. Well, I get it. I mean, in my experience, there is a feeling like you are not enough, but it's not enough in way like you really want to improve yourself. You really want to do something more for yourself. No, it's because like someone is being greedy and
Oh,
they always want more and more. They never feel like it's enough. What do you think
oh,
about those kind of cases?
oh, I think that for being greedy is a bad thing, because sometimes when someone
Mm-hmm.
greedy, they can do bad things because they're like being too ambitious for to get everything that they want. But in life, that we cannot always achieve whatever we want and whatever we expected. So being greedy is not a good thing for me, in my personal opinion. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that you if you feel like you're not enough, and then you're being like, you have, there's a sort of thinking, or yeah, you want to think like, I want to do everything to achieve this and stuff, without thinking that is it good or bad. I think it's, you don't have to do that, because when we feel like you want to achieve more and you're never satisfied with everything that you have, you will never feel happy, I think. So You just feel happy when you feel grateful. So when you're being greedy, you cannot be happy, and then you will like thirst. You will feel like a thirst for everything. So you have to achieve everything without without caring about people around you. Sometimes you just forget about yourself. So you just want to achieve that in any way that you can get at all costs. So it's a bad thing for me.
Well, I do agree with it. Like, being greedy is not good, even for yourself, right? It's not only
Yes.
about other people around you, but it's also about yourself. Being greedy makes you feel like you are not happy, you are not grateful with what you have right now.
Yes.
You will feel like lack of everything because you are greedy. Yeah, I do agree with your opinion. That's very good. But do you know there's a lot of people out there that never feel that they are not enough? What do you think about them? I mean,
Uh,
yeah, they feel insecure about themselves. They feel like they never enough, even for themselves, even for the world. Okay, so um, there's a lot of people out there who feel like they never enough because they feel like insecure. They feel like they're just not good enough to exist in this world. What do you think about them?
wow. Well, actually, I've seen like many people think in this way. I don't know, maybe
Mm-hmm.
because how tough their life is probably because the problems that they're facing in their life, and then the situation. I think that they felt or having a very bad situations like for many times. So I think that's how they think that they're not good enough or they're not worth it for being alive. And I think that recently it's something that we have to concern, because I think that it is related to the mental health for everyone, I think, recently.
Mm-hmm.
So because the worst case for people who think that way would be like they have a suicidal thought, like suicidal thoughts. So they will like, I think that ending my life will be the perfect solution for this. So I think that for me, that's okay for having a bad day. That's okay to feel not okay, because you're human. So you feel emotions, like you don't always be happy. You don't always like having a great times every day. There will come bad days in your life, and that's okay. That's a part of your life. The thing that you have to do, I think that you have to be grateful for who you are, even if probably many bad things happen in
Mm-hmm.
your life, but everything happens for a reason. So you can learn many lessons from there. You can survive here, even until today. You can survive. I think that's a very precious thing that you can do, because you are worth it, and then you have a value. You have to think that yourself is very valuable. So do not think like, sometimes people think that, because of their experiences, probably because of their environment, they have like they have unsupportive environments, so they feel like they're alone in this world, like no one wants them, no one loves them. So I think that it's really a bad thing, and it doesn't mean that ending your life is the best decision, because if you want to make a change and having a great life, I think that we have to achieve it, even if it's really hard, even if it's really painful for us. But I do believe that at the end of the day, it will pay off, because what goes around comes around. So if you do many good things, probably in the future you will have a great days ahead. So you can, yeah, you will feel like, oh, it's paid off. Like I have many bad experiences, I have many things in my life, but one day it's paid off because, for example, like you will through hard times for achieving your goals, your future, but it will be paid off if you can achieve the goals in the future, and then you can be proud of yourself because you're surviving until that day happened. So just think, you don't have to think that you're not valuable, but you're a precious person to be in this world. So I think that you have to be grateful for everything in your life, and have everything happens for a reason. So please stay and keep fighting for everything that you wanted to achieve in the future. I think that's all.
Yeah. So, hello?
Hello.
Yeah. So, as what you said, everything happens for a reason. Just hold on, mm, just be grateful of what you have. Just do what you can do right now because everything going to be paid off sooner or later when you achieve your goals. Is that
Yes.
what you?
Yes, God, that's true.
Wow, that's interesting. um, how about you? Do you have something that always support you, like even in your worst moment in life, like when you are sad? Do you have something like to support you to feel like it's okay? I am enough. I will do more and more. I feel grateful with what I have right now. Even though you feel like, yeah, you feel like you're not good with your life right now, or maybe, yeah. Do you get the question? Like, uh, do you have a support in yourself, in your life, like a supportive word maybe, or something else that could makes you feel like you are energetic in life?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, thank you for the question, Ka. So,
Mm-hmm.
fortunately, I have this kind very supportive family. So my family is really supportive for everything that I do in my life. So actually, the problem is me is because I do feel like I'm not good enough. So even if it's like on my worst condition, but my parents always told me that that's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm not worth enough for being here, and it's okay because failure or having a failure, for example, like as I experienced, my family always taught me that
Mm-hmm.
it's a part of your journey. Like having a failure, it doesn't mean everything ends at the time. So the world ends. No, it doesn't mean that you learn something from that. So just enjoy the process through ups and downs in life. And that's how life goes on. So I think that's how beautiful it is because we not only feel like happy always, like forever, but we do have the bad times, we do have the bad days. So that's how we make, that's what makes us feel like more grateful because having those bad days. So I'm really grateful that I do have a very supportive family and also supportive parents. So yeah, I do have that support system in
Oh,
my. And
well,
how about
that's
that?
very sweet.
Uh,
Mm, sweet, like the way you. Mm.
can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I can hear your voice.
Oh, okay. And how about you, Ka? Do
Yeah.
you have sort of like a support system in your life when you're having a bad day?
Well, the biggest support system in my life is me, myself, and then my close friend. Well, you have a very sweet, relation with people around you because you really have a supportive family, and that's very good of you. That's a beautiful story, though. Hello.
Oh, yeah, Kak. I thought that you want to add more. So your close friends is your support system,
Uh-huh.
and it's you, right?
My family.
Oh,
I put myself first. The biggest
okay.
support system of mine is myself, and then my family, and then my close friends.
Oh, I see. Wow, that's really beautiful. Glad that you have someone that love you and support you when you're having a bad days.
Well, this is kind of random, but do you know that today is full moon?
Oh, is it? Didn't I didn't concern about the moon tonight. It's a full moon today?
Yeah, it is full moon today, and do you know when it is full moon, human increase their energy. Like if they are have a if they are having a positive energy, it will become like a multiple. And if they have a very bad energy, like they feel sad or they feel lonely, it will also be so. Yeah.
Oh, I just heard about that. So when you feel happy, you will be like when it's a full moon, you will be like feel extremely happy. Is that so, Kak?
Yeah. But if you feel sad, like you're having a vibes, low vibration, like you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed, you will feel like, uh, you know, you will feel like worse.
Wow. So I feel
Yeah.
sorry for someone who having a
That's
bad day because you have it like multiple twice or
yeah.
multiple.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I just want you guys to be aware with your feeling. We keep it like you should keep your feeling positive because yeah, that's a little fun fact about full moon. When when it is a full moon, the water on the sea will rise, and our body contains 70% of water. So yeah, it has a relation with the water inside our body.
Oh, I see. I just knew about that actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for informing that, Kak.
Thanks for being my guest tonight.
Thank you so much, Kak. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me. It was really fun
Yeah.
discussion.
Hmm. I had a fun conversation with you. It feels really good. Thanks, guys, for listening to this podcast. See you again in our another podcast on CPO.
Thank you, Kak. Thank you so
Bye.
much.